a very potent counter pick.
Yes.
Keshi should feel very, very comfortable on the top side, and this is what I was worried about from NIP. They don't end up transitioning to a blindable top laner and more time up towards the top side to protect his top laner.
Guwan spotted on a ward. Is walking in completely blind here.
Does still have flash. He's going to choose to charge over the wall instead and should be relatively safe. No summoner extended. Guwan is forced back. Hoya going below half HP as Junhao goes very, very low. Feather keeps him alive. Keshi may not be so lucky. No flash, no exhaust on this Yasuo, and no level 6 to try and recommit either. Nice wind wall, but it does not save Feather from being stunned to the wall and taken down for first blood. Now we'll be able to grab the second top scuttle of the game for himself. Dragon's still available, obviously not the focal point for the last few minutes, but it could start becoming one in the next 2 to 3, as our junglers, at least from the TT side, will be clearing towards bot side. Flash onto Ryan! That was a clean finish by Awesome. He knows his numbers.
Yeah, they kind of bully them off here. I'm wondering if NIP want to re-engage. They still have that pick tool with Guwan's ultimate, but have to be very synergistic when they're going in, as Care is disjointed from the rest of the team.
That's 2, maybe a third going over to ThunderTalk. Level 6 from Keshi as well. Could go for a stylish play on the Yasuo, and is going to start one up onto Guwan, who goes over the wall immediately. Everyone dogpiles onto the Sejuani, while Haru and Care end up going for the 1v1, and it is Haru that wins it. Up towards the top side, Hoya is now being dogpiled on, but he's winning it! One more auto would take out Feather, and yet he will fall, leaving that last Void Grub to Junhao.
So has to rely on that E instead to proc the Blight stacks. Speaking of Blight stacks.
Oh. Sometimes just autoing the Yasuo in the face ends up working. That is a 3-in-1 Varus, by the way, so.
Junhao ahead on the Xin Zhao, but I feel like this Yasuo needs to be getting some form of gold at this point. He was picked specifically to counter the double marksman comp that NIP have gone for here in game 1, and if he's not able to, get that gold, or, actually, I take that back.
I'll be winning every fight. Zhuo's looked very comfortable in the Bard, and he's going to have to look that way again. As right now, he is unfortunately magically journeying in the wrong direction. Temper Fate saves his life for a little while. Out goes Guwan to try and save Zhuo's life, but he gets shuffled in by Haru. Zhuo, 1 HP, is walking away in the Bard, and a huge Fate sealed out of Care. Could turn the fight. Keshi turns it around again, though. And it is still a fight somehow going in the favor of NIP. Guwan's won. Zhuo's one. Junhao commits over the wall, finally finding the first kill for ThunderTalk, but NIP will clap right back at him, making it a 2-for-1.
And it's double kill for Hoya, but it's all set up by Care there. Fate sealed, completely demolishes ThunderTalk in the choke point.
With Feather showing up, Yone still pretty slippery when he's able to engage the fight himself. Ryan gets out of the mid lane, but top side, not such a good news story for Keshi, as it is a triple lane play that happens in just the course of a few minutes. NIP roll through the mid lane, try and make a play onto Ryan. More convincing for NIP than it was in their series just yesterday as well. Almost 5,000, so this objective bounty going to be a welcome pickup for Junhao if he's able to secure it. Dragon has gone down, and NIP shown no interest in trying to quickly contest a Rift Herald, so this should be a clean objective going over to them, while Care is on the precipice of picking up the bot side turret.
It's part of the reason why you go for it, right? To collect those plates is, I think, something that you want to do. Ideally, pre-14 minutes is when that is really, really valuable to get a Herald just for the sake of getting the gold. But now we're kind of looking at it to, crush a tower for you to extend that vision line.
Squishy targets to jump on.
And they don't need a Herald in order to bring down the remaining health on this turret. They've got the double marksman. We said that the sieging power of this comp is just far superior to anything that ThunderTalk have in.
Have to get creative, and that might be with the Rift Herald play on the bot side. Care does jump back with the Soul Unbound, but Rift Herald crash on this bot lane tower, not even going to happen through the Tempered Fate. It is delayed even further by TT, and a Fate sealed onto 2. Almost takes down Haru. He will fall as Awesome collects the kill and walks forward onto Junhao. Might still be able to lock him up with the help of Zhuo. Magical Journey, not quite available, but TT will be lucky to get away
over ThunderTalk, but that 3-man allowing for an extra kill onto the TT members to go through, and they're super comfortable now. They're onto the top side, and they're just 2-manning the Baron.
They're counter-engaging. Keshi actually ults right on top of Awesome, but again, these magical journeys are so clutch. Exhaust comes down onto Keshi. Awesome is going to go down. And in the meantime, Baron Nashor has fallen. Yeah, I mean, we saw all 3 outer turrets fall pre-20 minutes in the favor of NIP. If they keep playing like this, they might be getting all 3 inner turrets by the time the Baron is done. There is a pick for NIP that happens.
Big decision-making factor that you can put on a lot of teams to decide if their macro is actually in a really good spot is if they decide to rush down the dragons every time off spawn, because NIP, they've got a 7,000 gold lead. They don't have to risk themselves going for things like a soul point so that they are, accelerating the game pace faster than what it actually needs to be, because then you go for a fight at soul point. If you risk losing that, you don't end up getting that soul win condition. You're not putting ThunderTalk even in a position where they can take that away from you. Air almost kills you now.
Curtain Call still might do it. One nicely placed bullet needs to be curved, and it will not hit. Ryan absorbing that for Junhao. It is, however, 2 of the 3 inner turrets that have fallen with 42 seconds left on the Baron. I smell a third coming.
Pressure at this point, and I do wonder when that pressure is going to be so much that TT snap and decide to go for a Hail Mary engage. They have to be careful, though, to track where the NIP members are when they actually do decide to pull the trigger, because if it's all 5 of the NIP members, it is a very easy fight for them to win.
Bullet time going to be channeled, but it will not be enough to save Haru.
Plans ever. Like, the mentality of these guys needs to be studied in a lab.
This could be devious.
Yep.
No Tempered Fate now, but that Deadly Flourish is sure going to help. Piercing Arrow. Ooh. Oh my god, it does like 800 damage to Keshi, likely more.
Between each of the rolls, all going up yellow. It's like a Coldplay song. Is now Care.
This is the play.
It's being 1v3'd.
This is the play. They have to pick off Care here. They forced him to use the ultimate, and they can't even touch him. The Tempered Fate is still going to catch Feather, and this Rakan is surely dead. Ninjas in Pyjamas refuse to lose even a single member.
Yeah, Care doing a really good job at exfiltrating that fight. Fate sealed away, and ThunderTalk don't care about the dragon. They're just going to push in the mid wave. They're going straight toward the topside river, but the Drake's already gone. The Soul's already secured. If you wanted to go for some kind of Baron cross map, it's far too late for that ThunderTalk.
Yeah, NIP learned their lesson around this yesterday. Better not to delay taking the dragon. Instead, they just sent 2 members for that immediately. It is a full engage onto Guan, but he is the least squishy member on all of NIP. Now backed up by the entire squad. Care goes for a Fate Sealed, does not land it, but ends up in the back line. Almost takes down Ryan before being eliminated himself. But the second member of ThunderTalk will fall, as it is a double kill picked up for Guan, a double kill picked up for Hoya, and an ace for the Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Yup, and a triple for Hoya at the end there. NIP with the double marksman comp, showing their ingenuity here in game number 1 against ThunderTalk. Some fights were close, but it was all NIP from the start. It felt like they had control of the game, and they never gave that up.
Walking in, they have got absolutely nothing to contend with. It started in their own lanes, but very quickly the jungle became NIP's, the base became NIP's, and now the Nexus belongs to NIP. Feather, the sacrificial lamb, as Keshi walks out to watch this one fall one more time.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.